Hey YouTube, we're out here camping on our property today. Thought I'd make a short video on our goals to try to achieve on this property this year, 2016, and just a little overview for our long-term goals. We bought this property in hopes of moving out here and retiring on this property, living the rest of our lives out here. So everything we're going to do this year is going to help us get a little bit closer to that long-term goal. Our kids are they're 17. They got one more year left of high school, so we don't actually plan on moving out here for another year. So we got this year to just help us get a little more prepared for moving out here in the future and making this our future homestead. So let's get started. Our goals for 2016. Goal number one for our property this year will be to tear down houses and buildings, but number one on the list is this house right here. This house is being taxed right now as it's a living dwelling, and it has bad termite damage on the far end. It's sunk at least 6 inches, and we are not going to try to fix this house up at all. So we're going to tear it down and try to get the property taxes lowered on this property for the time being until we build our house later on. So we have this house to tear down. We also have a greenhouse, the old greenhouse that's probably from the late 1800s, early 1900s, that needs torn down. And then we've got a couple barns that will need torn down as well. Goal number two is for us to build a road. We got about 1,100 feet of road to create just to get down and around and back to the pond. I don't know if we'll make 1,100 feet of road this year, but I'd at least like to get back here to the barns and to the entrance to the shooting range back here. So that's probably at least 500 feet of road. So goal number two is to make a road. Goal number three for our future homestead is chickens. This is going to be our first animal to try out. My wife has many animals that she wants to have, and so this is our first one this year. We're going to experiment with chickens. We still got more work to do here on the coop. Got to put in some vents, got to put in the nesting boxes. We probably got 6 or 7 roosters that we're going to end up having to slaughter some, so we may end up making a chicken plucker and going through the slaughtering process. So there's lots of stuff to do with chickens this year. Goal number 4 is to establish gardens on this property, and we plan on putting in 2 gardens, one here across from the chickens and one back on the pasture back there closer to where we're going to build the house. We have a tractor this year, something new for us, so we're going to be able to use that tractor to plow and disc up a garden, so go from grass to garden and then be able to do row crop gardening. So this is all going to be a new experience for us, and it should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of different things to try to grow for the chickens. We got grains, sunflowers, watermelons, all types of different things we're going to experiment with this of trying to grow out here this year. Goal number 5 is to create an orchard. We've got a total of 20 fruit trees, and we're going to put 18 of them in an orchard. 2 of them are going to go off in another location for deer, but we've got sweet cherries, apples, plums, nectarines, peaches, pears. We got all types of fruit, and we're going to try to get an orchard established on this property. Goal number 6 is more of a personal goal for me, but it will be to keep improving the shooting range. I've got another shooting bench that I would like to put in. The other shooting bench is right up in there, and I want to put one at 50 yards right in here and put a clay pigeon thrower with it. And then I got a bunch more steel targets that I just kind of want to put up, and I'll put up random sizes at different places along the hill, and maybe some more targets down here on the main firing line. Definitely need to build a bench somewhere close in the pistol range to lay down your stuff, so I'm thinking somewhere off to the side, maybe put a table or something so you can lay out your guns and stuff. But all this has got to be funded by my personal little bit of allowance that I get every month, basically. So we'll see how that goes, because I'm gonna have to, comes out of my own pocket instead of out of our main budget. So we'll see how that goes, but I got a lot of plans for the shooting range. Goal number 7 is to improve the fishing on the pond. Last year we actually put 700 fish in this pond. They said at some point in time in the last few years it must have rolled over or something, but all the fish pretty well died out. So they threw some bass in here, so we had all these little 6-inch bass, and that was about it. So they were stunted, so we threw in 700 bluegill, hybrid bluegill, red ear in the pond, and then we've been trying to fish all these little bass out and throwing them in the just kind of throwing them out to the side to try to get some of the bass out, try to get the balance back in the pond. So this year we're trying to do some floating docks preferably, and clear some spots around the pond so that we can have some better fishing out here on the pond. As we go through the summer and try to achieve these goals, we'll be staying out here in our camper, so there'll be a lot of camp cooking videos along the way through our journey this summer. And also this fall, probably we plan on doing some food plots. So for the deer, and that's what 2 of our trees are actually going to be for. We're going to put them a little closer to the woods just for the deer. So stay tuned to the channel if you're interested in any of our goals, and we'll keep them posted as we progress through the summer. Thanks for watching.